On June 1, 2013, intelligence agencies intercepted a chat between two brothers. One was hiding in the mountains of Nepal, the other in Karachi, Pakistan. The message was a direct inquiry. Had the handlers managed to acquire a nuclear bomb? The target was the industrial city of Surat, Gujarat. The handler hesitated, noting that a nuclear blast would kill local Muslims alongside everyone else. The sender's reply was specific. He intended to place warning posters in local mosques right before the attack, instructing Muslims to evacuate, leaving only non-Muslims in the blast zone. These messages were traced to Yasin Bhatkal. He was the operational head of the Indian Mujahideen and the most wanted man in the country, with a bounty of 35 lakh rupees. The pursuit of nuclear material shifted the priority of Bhatkal's capture. It transformed a long-term investigation into a top-tier national security emergency, as the intelligence community faced a mass casualty attack they were not equipped to intercept. Bhatkal's track record was already devastating. Between 2005 and 2012, he orchestrated 17 separate bombings in major cities like Mumbai, Pune, and Ahmedabad, resulting in over 220 deaths. He avoided detection by maintaining zero digital emissions. He never used a personal email account and would power on burner phones for only a few seconds to send a message before physically destroying the device and the SIM card. This chart illustrates his Darbhanga model of recruitment. While earlier terror cells used educated professionals with digital footprints, Bhatkal recruited from rural villages. These recruits had no bank accounts, no social media presence, and no data notes for government surveillance to track. His methods were so effective that in 2009, Kolkata police arrested him for petty smuggling. Because they had no record of his true identity, they held him for days before releasing him on bail, allowing the country's most wanted man to walk out undetected. With electronic surveillance effectively neutralized, locating Bhatkal required moving backward in technology. The intelligence community had to set aside digital tools and rely on the physical risks of traditional, on-the-ground human intelligence. In August 2013, a special operations group in Bihar received a fragile tip. An informant in Pokhara, Nepal, had spotted a clean-shaven man whose eyes matched old, grainy photos of Bhatkal. When the team asked New Delhi for permission to pursue the lead, they were refused. Headquarters believed Bhatkal was already safely in Pakistan and feared that an unauthorized mission would trigger a diplomatic crisis with Nepal. The team leader decided to go rogue. A 5-man team crossed the international border without official sanction or weapons, disguised as tourists in Bermuda shorts and t-shirts to avoid alerting local authorities. The mission was entirely unfunded. To buy local SIM cards and pay for logistics, the team leader had to borrow 400 rupees from a personal friend, funding a high-stakes intelligence operation out of his own pocket. The refusal from headquarters meant the only way to reach the target was an unsanctioned mission. By choosing to operate as civilians in a foreign country, these agents took on the legal and physical risks the state wouldn't authorize. The team located the suspect in an isolated house on a highway near Pokhara. He was living under the name Dr. Yusuf, posing as a practitioner of traditional Unani medicine. To confirm his identity, the team sent an informant inside the house. The operative faked a medical condition to secure a consultation and observed the highly paranoid suspect at close range. During the bogus exam, the informant verified 3 specific physical traits: a distinct scar on the forehead, slightly protruding upper teeth, and a unique tuft of hair. As they spoke, the informant used a phone in his pocket to record the suspect's voice, securing a clear audio sample of Dr. Yusuf explaining a medical treatment. This waveform analysis highlights the result. Technical experts in Delhi compared the recording's vowel inflections to Bhatkal's known speech patterns. The analysis showed a perfect match with the regional accent of southwest Maharashtra, where Bhatkal was raised. The phonetic analysis provided a match that digital tracking had failed to produce for years. A simple voice recording captured on a cheap rollable phone succeeded where the nation's entire electronic data collection network had come up empty. On August 28th, the team moved for the arrest. They waited in total darkness as a violent, torrential storm battered the highway, providing cover for a small unit of local Nepali police to enter the house. The raid stalled. As the minutes passed, the SOG team leader received a frantic call from a senior official at the Indian embassy. The official demanded they halt the operation, claiming the man inside was a turbine engineer on a legitimate project. Bhatkal had remained so calm that he had convinced the embassy he was merely an innocent professional caught in a mistake. The SOG leader broke the lie with a single observation. If the man was a highly qualified turbine engineer, why was he hiding in a dark room selling traditional medicine to villagers? Bhatkal used the institutional caution of the embassy to stall the raid, nearly escaping one final time. He recognized that for government officials, a potential diplomatic error is often perceived as more dangerous than a suspect fleeing. The embassy relented. When the suspect was brought out, a hard tug revealed his beard was a fake. Cornered, he officially confessed his identity. He was Yasin Bhatkal. The team also captured Asadullah Akhtar, his top bomb maker, and quietly moved both men across the border. By 6 a.m. on August 29th, they were back under Indian jurisdiction. Once the men were in custody, senior bureaucrats who had blocked the mission appeared on national television to claim credit. The 5 field agents received a shared reward of 1 lakh rupees and were passed over for official gallantry medals. Today, Bhatkal is held in Tihar jail. However, investigations into his phone calls from prison suggest he remains ideologically active. During these recorded calls, Bhatkal claimed he would soon be out with help from friends from Damascus. It was a direct reference to the Islamic State, indicating that his network's ambitions extend beyond his own cell. The final identification of Yasin Bhatkal came down to the individual judgment and personal risk taken by 5 field agents. They operated without institutional support, filling a gap in the state's security apparatus that official protocols had failed to bridge.